I'm Nate Shank.
I'm Nick Wegner, CMOS Filming.
And today we're going to be making a chicken pot pie. And ingredients for the filling will be 1/3 cup butter or margarine, 1/3 cup chopped onion, 1/3 cup all-purpose flour, half teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, 1 3/4 cup of chicken broth, half cup of milk, it's in the fridge, 2.5 cups shredded chicken or turkey, and 2 cups of mixed vegetables. Alright, step number 1, we're going to preheat the oven to 425. Safety tip number 1, check to make sure there's nothing in the oven.
For step number 2, we're going to be melting this butter on medium heat in the saucepan. Safety tip 2, make sure that the handle's not pointed out so you can hit it. As I'm melting the butter, Nick's going to be over here chopping some onions to be added later.
Safety tip number 3, while you're cutting your onions, make sure you keep your fingers away from the knife, like this.
Alright, now that our butter's all melted, we're going to add the onions and cook for 2 minutes, stirring frequently until tender. Now that they're tender, we're going to stir in the flour and the salt and pepper until properly blended. Alright, now that we got the flour and salt mixed in here, we're going to slowly add in broth and milk until we get a nice mixture here.
After we have cooked and chopped our chicken, we're going to need 2.5 cups of shredded chicken.
Now we got a nice mix going, we're going to add the last of the broth and milk into the mixture before we add the chicken and vegetables. Alright, now that we got the mixture here ready, we're going to add in our vegetables. Get that out of there. And our chicken, which our next safety tip is when you cook your chicken, make sure you do it at a high enough temperature that you don't not have the chicken all the way cooked through, because you can catch, what is it, salmonella?
Foodborne diseases.
Foodborne diseases. So we're going to get this nice and coated quick and make sure we have it with all our just added ingredients, and then as soon as we have that ready, we're going to remove it from the heat.
Alright, right now I'm making a basic pie crust. Its ingredients are flour, butter, salt, and water. And I'm just currently forming it into a ball until we can eventually roll it out. Alright, now I'm going to roll out the pie crust a little wider than this pie crust tin. Now I'm going to be rolling it out a little wider than the pie pan. So now we got the crust wider than the base of our pie pan, so now we are going to gently put it on.
Ready, go. Right there. And make sure that with the excess on the sides, you really get it down in there to get every inch of the pie. And now for the second crust, which is actually going to go on top of the pot pie. It's made out of the same ingredients, and we're going to roll it out the same way. So it's a little wider than our tin, and it's going to layer right over the top of our mixture. So I'll lay down some flour, a little bit, and start flattening it out with my hands. So what we're going to do now is, after our second pie crust is rolled out and ready to go on top, we're going to take our first pie crust and fill it with our mixture, making sure to spread it out evenly. so that it cooks and bakes to perfection. Now that we've got the top one on, and the edges are all nice and sealed up, we're going to make slits in the top to let moisture and air escape while the baking is taking place. Just a few is all we need. Make even a little decorative. And we're going to throw it in the oven. Going to add it to the oven. For 30 to 40 minutes. And I'm going to keep checking it. And for the last 15 minutes, we're going to take the pot pie out of the oven and place tin foil around the crust so that it doesn't burn.